Hi boys and girls, happy day 2. I loved checking your work yesterday on Seesaw, and I wanted to say first, I'm so proud of you for doing your work successfully, and I love checking it and seeing that you're understanding the concepts. Thank you to your families for helping you out during this time as well. Thank you for being very diligent and hard workers. I really appreciate it. So today is Wednesday, December 2nd, and I'd like you to focus on your yellow checklist today. So today you're going to again do your 20 minutes of ST Math, 10 minutes of extra math. You're going to do a Seesaw 0 through 6 multiplication practice, which again is right inside of this packet. Anything you do for Seesaw, you can take a photo of your page and just upload it with the activity that's designed like that. So make sure you're not just randomly submitting to your journal, you're looking for the activity. And then you're going to do distributive property times 7. Again, follow the I do, we do, you do model, just like we did yesterday. So watch this video, continue watching so you can see the I do, we do, you do. I expect you to be following and filling that in with me, and then you'll do the you do section, just like we would do in class. And that way I can check to see your understanding of it. You'll do a Seesaw homophone practice. And remember, homophones are words that sound alike, but are spelled differently and have different meanings. So there, and there are homophones. So they're like they are, they're like he's over there, or they're like this is their packet. So there are 3 different forms of the word there, and those are all homophones. So you're going to do some homophone practice today, and then you're going to do a daily Common Core review to practice different concepts that we've learned. Math notebooks, pages 3 through 4, which this is a focus and review on expanded form, which you all did very well with. And then you're going to read Santa's Parachute Words to Know. So I'll go ahead and read these with you right now, so that way you can, when you look in your STEM journal, you can go ahead and see them again, look a little closer at them. A canopy is the main upper component of a parachute. The canopy that I provided you with, and you may choose to use something else, but the one I provided you with was a coffee filter. So in your at-home folder, your big manila envelope, you're going to see that you have a coffee filter that can be used as your parachute when we get to our design. Gravity is the force of attraction of objects to the center of the earth. So if I hold up my phone case and I drop it, it's going to fall because of gravity. It's pulled toward the center of the earth. Drag is a type of force or air resistance that reduces forward motion. So because of that parachute holding Santa as he goes down to the ground, it's going to collect drag, which is force or air resistance that reduces forward motion. So it's going to make his landing a little softer. And then mass is the amount of matter in an object. So when we get to science notebooking at the end of the year, we say the amount of stuff in an object. So just really how much that object weighs, how much it has in it. So these are your words to know, and you can look at them right here, or if you'd like a closer look at them, you can go ahead and look in your STEM journal. Then, if you're not done with your Christmas Around the World research yet, you're going to go ahead and finish that up or work on that more today. It's due by Friday. And then I think that's it for today. So you have your distributive doctor times 7 practice. Overall, every day you need to be checking Seesaw, making sure that if you have any red notifications, whether it's in my math subject area, which will also be word study, because those are the subjects I have, or in Mrs. Pierce's reading and writing area, or in your specials, anything with red notifications, you need to make sure you're doing those. Most of mine will also be paper form. So if you choose to do the paper form of it, you simply take a picture of it and submit it on that activity. So I'm here if you have any questions. Again, I'll be available at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and I wish you a great Wednesday. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and take a look at Wednesday's checklist. So you're going to take out your packet. You're going to look at what you need to be completing for Wednesday, and that includes 20 minutes of ST Math, 10 minutes of extra math, your Seesaw 0 through 6 practice, which looks like this, just a practice of basic facts, and then distributive property I do, we do, you do worksheet. That's this, which I'll go over with you in a minute. And then your seesaw homophone practice, which is at the end of the slide. So I'll go ahead and show you that at the end. And then daily Common Core review worksheet 6-2. So let's go ahead and look at that really quickly. So there are no writing to explains with this one. So you need to make sure that you are following the directions with each problem, reading carefully with the steps it's asking you to take. And then you have your distributive doctor times 7 practice. That is this paper right here. You are going to do your math notebook, review pages 3 and 4, which is focused on expanded form. You're going to read the STEM Santa's Parachute words to know. And all you have to do is read them, go over them again. And then you're going to work on Christmas Around the World research. And again, your goal is to have the research done by the end of the week. So we're going to go ahead and move to the I do, we do, you do portion. So look at the example. Today we are going to be splitting apart 7 as a factor. And the most important thing with distributive property for you to remember is that when you are splitting a factor, when you are using the distributive property, you are only breaking apart one factor. The other one stays the same. So if you look down here, 7 was broken apart into 5 and 2 because 5 plus 2 equals 7. But the 4 stays the same on all of those. So 4 times 5 is 20 and 4 times 2 is 8. When you add those, 20 plus 8 is 28. And then if you look up here, 7 times 4 is 28. So in the example, this array here is this array here. And then this array is right here. So you need to copy those down below. So for my I do, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to break apart the 7 in 7 times 3. So I'm going to go ahead and get my blue pen out. I'm going to break apart the 7 into 5 and 2. You can break it apart into whatever you want to show your understanding of distributive property, but I think 5 and 2 make things much easier to solve. So I'm going to start with drawing 3 down, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And right now, if you don't have your math notebook with you, I'd like you to, or not your math notebook, your packet for today, your paper, I'd like you to please get that so you can do this right along with me, so it will be much easier. You can pause the video if you need to get a closer look at what we're doing and copy things down at your own pace. So I'm going to split the 7 apart. So up here I have 7, here I have 3. I'm going to break the 7 apart into a 5 and a 2. So I'm going to break it apart right here. This section, if I copy this entire array, this is now 5 times 3. And over here, this array, and you need to make sure you're drawing neatly so that way you can easily see what the array is. This array is 2 times 3. And we broke the 7 apart into 5 and 2. And if you look down here, 5 and 2. So now I'm going to draw the arrays. 3 going down, 5 across, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And over here, 3 going down and only 2 across. So now I have my arrays. I'm going to copy them down in the parentheses below. So 5 times 3 plus 2 times 3, so I'm copying here and here and putting it down below, equals, let's figure it out, 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times 3 is 6, and 15 plus 6 is 21. So 7 times 3 equals 21. Okay, pause. Again, I'm going to zoom in here for just a minute. Pause the video if you need to copy this down, and then you can go ahead and press play when you're ready to move on. Now moving on to the we do section, which is simply another practice of these problems. So 7 times 7, I can break apart either 7, but I'm only breaking apart one of them. So I'll break this one apart into 5 plus 2. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in nice neat rows and columns. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's a big one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm going to break one of the 7s apart into 5 and 2. This side is still 7, this side is still 7. So here is my first array. And you want to make sure you draw neatly so you can easily copy it down. So my first array, and I'm just going to copy it down here as well so I don't forget it, is 5 times 7. And then my second array is 2 times 7. And remember, we broke that 7 apart into 5 plus 2. So that's why this works. So I'm going to draw this array out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the next one is 2 times 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a second row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I wanted to double count that one. So down here I have 5 times 7, which equals 35, and 2 times 7, which equals 14, and 35 plus 14 is 49, so 7 times 7 equals 49. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. Go ahead and pause if you need to take a moment to copy this down. Okay, now you are going to do the you do, and I would like you to make sure you are breaking apart the 7. I don't mind what you break it apart into. I think 5 and 2 are easiest, but my big focus is that you can show me you understand the distributive property, which with most of you, you did show me that yesterday. So you will do the you do section and then turn in this entire paper completed like this. Then for this lesson with Distributive Doctor, you're going to break apart, you're going to draw an array for 7 times 9 first, so don't forget to draw that neatly up here. And then you are going to split the 7 apart into 2 smaller numbers that equal 7, so 5 plus 2 would be a great example. And then you are going to go ahead and draw those arrays, so 5 times 9, 2 times 9, draw them out, draw your big array up there, and show me the full problem completed below. Okay, Daily Common Core Review we already talked about. You'll go ahead and do that as normal, complete it, submit it. And then a review of expanded form. So in the example, it really shows it perfectly. 345, you start by representing the digit in the hundreds place. That stands for 300. The 4 stands for 40, and the 5 stands for 5. So it's 300 plus 40 plus 5. So you're going to show all of these numbers in expanded form, please. Go ahead and make sure you do this in your math notebook as well, and then you will go ahead and turn this in to me. For homophone practice, we have the words your and their in our high frequency words this week. So it's important we understand the difference of these words. So remember, a homophone, homophones are words that sound alike but are spelled differently and have different meanings. So you can see the definitions of your, this first one here, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E is a contraction for you-are. How I remember this is I always try to replace the sentence with you are. If I can replace it with you are, then I know it should be the contraction for your. If I cannot, then I know it shouldn't be. So for example, I like your shirt. Can I replace that with you are? I like you are shirt. That does not make sense. So the I like your shirt sentence would be Y-O-U-R because it does not make sense to replace it with you are. So you're going to read those 4 sentences and then replace it with your or your, the correct spelling. Then these ones are a little trickier. There, and there. So the first there is the opposite of here. So it's showing location. So you could say he is right over there, or there is my book. One of those would work for T-H-E-R-E. And then there, the contraction, this one, you again, just like your, you have to be able to replace it with they are. So if I say they're a great class, can I replace it with they are? They are a great class. Yes, I can. So that works for that sentence. Then the next one is their, T-H-E-I-R, and this one is showing belonging. So their cat, the cat belongs to them. So the word that belongs to them usually falls after the word their. Their house, their Christmas tree, their sled, all of those things belong to them. So you would use this form of there. It's the belonging there. So you're going to go ahead and complete this. You don't have a paper for this one, but you're going to complete this on Seesaw and submit it. This one's a nice simple one for just doing text boxes or writing neatly. And I believe that's it. So do your best today. Make sure that you are making some time to do your Christmas Around the World research. And